so close guard, but let me just review the flower sweep because we're going to do flower sweep defense and counter. So my left hand goes on the sleeve, my right hand goes anywhere here on his hand. You don't want to go on his thigh, but knee or lower is fine. Anywhere is fine. My left foot is going to go on the floor and pinch. I'm going to drive this across, sit up. As I pull, my right leg is going to pendulum. Take him over, lift, keep both. Just because if I release this, as I'm coming over, he can always give me the half guard or something, right? One more time. Boom. Up, leg, and then as you're sweeping over, you're lifting this leg up, coming up to your elbow, and then finishing. Okay, one more. Full speed. Okay, give me partner, please. 1, 2, 3. So this is early defense because he needs to go ahead and just do a sweep, right? What? He needs all those components in order to finish that sweep, right? Roll over. So there's 5 things you can do leading up to it. So the first thing is the grip, right? He's grabbing the sleeve. So it's kind of hard to just break it, especially in this orientation. So you're going to circle, you're going to C-clamp, and then you're going to punch it over towards your left this way. And I'm grabbing the wrist, or you can cup the sleeve and you can punch it. Now I have good control. So that's the first thing, right? If I don't do that and he grips it, this is the second thing. We have to break this grip. And now there's 2 options. One is you can punch it to the ground and you can lift your leg up. That's more difficult. What's easier is you're gripping the lapel, you're grabbing the belt, we're going to go wrist, and we're going to lift up, kick our leg out, and then you can use this to pin, and then go for your back, right? So again, that's this, right? You can punch it down, but it's really hard to pivot since all your weight's on your heels. So underneath is better. Tilting a little bit to the side, kicking out, and then punching, and then going. So that's number 2. Number 3 is, he's going to put that foot on the floor, and he's going to use his leg as pendulum, right? So I need to make sure that my left side, in a perfect world, inside and I'm pinning. But I'm going to keep pinned like this. So he has this and this, but I can pin it here. So then when he tries to load, this will be fine for me to stop him from loading, right? The other thing is, I mess up on this, 2, 1, 2, and 3. The third one is when he starts going, right? Stepping up. That stops it. That's number 4, right? Because if this is up in the air, there's nothing for him to pin off of by putting his foot on the floor. So this is kind of one of those things where it's timing. When he starts loading and he's weightless right there, I go. I step up and I go. All right? So this is 1, that's 2, that's 3, step up is 4, and number 5 is your post, right? I don't necessarily recommend only posting. You have 2 options. If he goes, I can post with this one. He goes here, but triangle is always going to be here and shoot through and go, right? So you have your near side one as well too, which is this one. So he goes here. Now we went through a whole bunch of different options from this here. You'll have to push back and then square up. So to recap, we have number 1, circling, and we can C-clamp and push, or we can go underneath and grab the sleeve and punch, right? Second option is, I don't get that, and make sure you anchor yourself to your partner. You just don't want it floating where he can push and pull and keep breaking my posture, right? This is, you can punch down, lift, or what's better, underneath, kick out, and then go for your pass. Number 3 is pinning, here. So when he starts to load, pin tight, but you can't pin it where you're leaning back, because then he can just go right over, almost like a hip bump sweep. So, right here, pinning. Number 4 is he starts going, he's weightless, I step up. Here, my foot close, right? The timing has to be good. You can even use this to go. Go ahead, here, here, stepping. Once you have that foot in, it's easy to prevent the sweep. And then the last one is the post. Using this right hand to post, or using your left hand to post. Just make sure you walk back and you get your posture. Okay? The reason why we're doing flower sweep is because I looked online, there is none. flower sweep counter. So we're gonna do 3. We're gonna do early, we're gonna do middle, and we're gonna do late. Okay? Any questions? All right, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this is kind of the middle defense. Think about like hip bump sweep, right? So I'm gonna anchor myself. I can't break anything. I feel like he's too solid. He starts going, right? So the key for my survival is getting my hips above his hips. So as he starts falling, my hips go up and my hips go forward. And then my upper body is gonna rotate. Because even if he continues to sweep his legs through, or even if he follows through with that, yeah, he won't be able to kick it through, right? But it's getting my hips higher than his and rotating my upper body. If you're tall like Brandon, you should be able to just windshield wiper their whole leg across. I'm a little shorter, so he's connected, right? If you can go onto your toes, that's gonna be better for more height. But if you are already tall, you can just go flat. So he starts loading up and going, hips forward, and then rotating upper body, right? That will stop. Go ahead and sweep me. Yeah. That'll stop the sweep right in his tracks, right? He goes, hips forward, and then rotating. If he continues to kick that leg over, that's okay. I'm still fine. All right? So, questions? Super simple. Just trust it. You can anchor yourself. Hips go up. If your hips go up, you can bring it forward, and your shoulders can go back. Then it's easier for you to rotate. Now, here's the thing. If I just bring my hips up, and he just goes, I'm gonna go, right? My weight is too far forward, and I'm loaded. So I have to go up and back. Go ahead. 1, 2, up and back. Yes. And then rotating this around. Okay? With your partner, please. 1, 2, 3. Let me know when you're good, Wes.
We're good.
Okay, so let me just go over that second one again, the middle one. So remember when he goes, right? Hips forward and rotating. Most of the time, he's going to continue that path, and you can pressure in and then get right to side control.
I think we forgot to
So just keep that in mind. All right, so late version. So this is going to require us to post really far. We did a couple series last week where I posted close, so go ahead. We posted close, and then we go for like omoplata and all that type of stuff. I'm so close to him, it's too easy for him to counter. So I want to post farther, but his leg is still stuck inside of my armpit. So he goes, right? To post farther, and it's still on my armpit. I'm using my elbow here, and then I'm gonna just hop over and bring my right knee in. Here, that's it. But it has to be like one time. So he's going, right? I'm posting, using my elbow. He's already like, his leg is coming over the top. I hop, bring this leg in, and I walk. And then it's easy for me to just scoop that in, go to the back, or whatever I want to do from there. But it's important that I post far and I use my elbow. Whether I use my elbow on the floor or on his leg, either one's going to be fine. So he goes. That's what I want right there. This is perfect. I hop, I bring this one through. And then just so I can drive my knee in, and now I'm in this position, lift up and get right to side control. One more. Was that? Yeah. So he goes. Oh, here. I'm pinning, hopping. So if I'm gonna roll, my left foot is gonna go over the top. I grab his back, and then roll over my right shoulder, and then stomp down my left. Here. Stay down, and go right. So one more time on the counter. Far, right? Don't go close. He goes. All right, there you go. Far, I'm using my elbow, right? He still can go and finish. So I have to use my right foot, hop, through, and then pin. And then I'm going to square him up, and then end up in reverse side. Questions? All right, 1, 2, 3. This is probably